Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children and mice, hamsters of all ages. My name is Jordan with a silent PH in the middle, and we are live on Nerd Immersion playing Rod of Seven Parts. And I'm going to get off Twitter because we're going to focus on the game, guys. It's going to be great. This is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition game that we are running weekly, and it's a lot of fun. And it's an old 2nd edition adventure called Rod of Seven Parts that we are going through. You should check it out. You can always find past episodes anywhere that episodes can be found. But let's meet our players because they're such wonderful people. We'll start with Lex.
Oh, I'm Lex. I'm playing Shifter, the illusionist wizard.
Oh, so shifty. And Brenna.
Hello, I'm Brenna. I'm playing Rakiri, the Aarakocra Celestial Warlock.
That is super fun. And then LB.
Hi, I'm LB. I'm playing Siren, the Tiefling Rogue.
Oh my goodness. And then last, but certainly not least, the person that is running our channel for us, Mr. Ted. Who are you playing? What's going on tonight?
All right. Well, my name is Ted, and I'll be playing Lagwin, the Elven Bladesinger Wizard. And I do have two things to say before we get started. Is one, and I'll maybe put something in the chat throughout the episode here, but tonight we are giving away a copy of Mythic Odysseys of Theros, the brand new D&D book, which released about 2 weeks ago. It is currently only available in D&D Beyond format. You can't actually get a physical book of it until about a month from now. I think it's the 20th or 21st of July. The physical book drops in stores. So if you want to get a copy of this book and you don't want to sift through hours of my videos and watch line by line as I read things to you, then you should probably enter this giveaway, which is free. All you have to do is when I tell you to type in a word, do it, and then you can enter to win. I also have 3 other copies of it that I'm giving away. That giveaway ends tomorrow night. And then lastly, it was just announced this morning, D&D Block Party 2020 is a thing that exists, and we're putting out there. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it. So D&D Live is tomorrow. Next weekend on Saturday and Sunday, we'll be doing the D&D Block Party, which is going to be all just a community-based D&D event for a bunch of us to get together and do panels and do live plays and all sorts of stuff. We're having a virtual goodie bag that's going to have coupon codes and discounts and all sorts of things from our different partners. We're going to have a bunch of different giveaways, things from Hero Forge, giveaways from Elderwood Academy, D&D Beyond. A whole bunch of different folks are giving away products that you can enter to win. Every single event, we have 14 total events. Every event is going to have a giveaway associated with it. And on Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, I'm going to be running a D&D lore YouTuber panel. And as far as I know right now, Jordan's going to be in it, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was going to move, but then that didn't happen.
So he said he did it all for me to be in my panel.
Canceled everything.
It'll be fun.
Stress, all of it is terrible.
At the minimum, it'll be Jordan, myself, and AJ Pickett, and maybe a couple others if I can get some folks in there. But you should go check it out. I'll put a link in the chat so you can go see the kind of landing page that has all that information. And I think it may be live. There's a Tiltify campaign for people to donate, and all proceeds go to the Trevor Project. So cool stuff.
That's awesome.
But anyway, that's it. I'll put that link in the chat, and we're good.
Yeah, we were not here last week. Thank you for understanding. Real life reared its ugly head, but we're back. So 2 weeks ago, on a very special Rod of Seven Parts, the Banana Bunch, our group, they fought a Rakshasa, which is an evil fiend that looks like a tiger and their hands are backwards. They got some magic items from that, and they helped a Coatl go back to the upper planes. They were rewarded by this Coatl with a Kirin that offered up its hair, allowing them to complete this brush they needed from a lawful evil creature and a lawful good creature. And with this brush, they were able to paint magical runes on their rod fragments and combine them back together. So they now have 2 pieces that are combined. Your third piece is not yet combined of the rod fragment, but it is your pushing on your last day at Candlekeep, and you're trying to figure out where you want to go and what you want to do. And the rod fragment seems to be pulling you towards the northeast, which is the Anorak Desert. Players, what would we like to do? And did we talk about the magic of the rods?
I think we did at
I
the
recall
end.
that we did.
Okay.
Well, I know that we did, but does the
I don't
audience know?
Oh, I don't know.
if the
So
audience
now
knows what
that
the new
the
rod fragment does.
yeah, so now that the two rod fragments are combined, they were able to do stuff individually. Ruat could cure, and Calum was able to cast slow. And now you put them together, and they can still cure wounds, and they can still cast slow. But you can also cast fly as a 3rd level wizard twice a day. And you can also cast, or the 3rd level spell, sorry. And you can also cast levitate at will.
It's pretty freaking sweet.
Levitate.
Who currently has this spell or has this wand?
I put it together, but I wasn't planning to hold it because I don't like the heebie-jeebies that it gives me when I hold it.
But what's your alignment again?
Chaotic neutral.
Okay, yeah.
So I would have, the only thing I think we combined it, and then we had discussed the process of, do we want to take the other one and combine all 3 together? Because it's like, I think you said 12 hours to go through that ritual or something.
Yes, you can rush it, but there's a higher chance of bad things happening. So
yeah, well, we don't want that because I'm the one who seems to be doing it. So I don't want that. Making that call right now. Lagwin does not want to rush anything. I'll take the 12 hours if we want to while we're here in Candlekeep, but
I don't think it's got to be 12 hours. It's got to be like 8 hours or something. Yeah, I don't know.
All
I know is that I rolled really low, and that was good because it's second edition rolls.
Second edition, low is better.
But yeah, that's I think where we ended was we combined the rod, and then that was pretty much the end of the show.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Well, Shifter's going to come up to Lagwin and just be like, you did a fantastic job with this. Just wonderful. You really are the chosen one, Lagwin.
Well,
though I would like to point out that I used the magic to conceal the rod fragments, and I have written my spellbook in such a way as to be optimized for keeping its parts safe. I also tend to stay out of the fray a little more than you. So
Nice.
I would like to put it to the group that I hold the combined piece.
I mean, that makes sense.
I think
to me.
that's perfectly fair, especially because, I can fly, so.
Yes, no, I don't have any qualms with that, darling.
I take the piece.
Awesome.
All right, you
I
have
add
it.
to my inventory.
What is your alignment?
Lawful neutral.
Okay, yeah, so it feels pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, and we'll kind of fast forward as you attune to this. It's not listed on the D&D Beyond thing that I gave you, but there are properties that affect only you. And where did I have that? Oh, so with no, not there. Oh, I lost it. But basically, you have the power of flight all the time. Like you have the fly spell cast on you all the time.
Oh.
And you can cast it on other people using the rod's powers, but you yourself can just levitate, can fly around. You have a fly speed equal to your movement.
Would someone like to, as soon as Shifter's like, oh, this is very interesting. They go to Siren, and they're like, Siren, I find myself with the ability to fly.
No big deal.
And given that I've known you the longest, and then they take out the figurine of a fly from their pocket, and they're like,
Oh, darling. Thank you.
It's so touching.
I know this is something you've wanted for a long time. You've always envied Vincent. There's no need to deny it.
Of course, I will take good care of Vincent until you need him back. She kind of like takes it with 2 fingers and like puts it in her bag.
Well, there's one more rod fragment. We could combine the two together, but I don't know if that makes. I mean, should we do that now?
How much longer do we have here?
1 day.
I think you guys did this towards the latter end of night and woke up, and it's now like your last day at Candlekeep. You could, if you really want to, we can try to assemble the rod, and I think you will still have time to try and ask for a teleport out of here if that's the way you wanted to go.
Yeah.
Or if you wanted to try and go back to Baldur's Gate and see about maybe your orrery, whatever. Yeah, there's lots of options, I guess. But your goal, I mean, the world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want. I'm not railroading this campaign, but there's a big railroad spike that is pulling you towards the Honorok Desert.
I see.
I don't feel the need to do it.
No, not yet. I feel as we combine them, it will be more and more powerful, and it'll be a bigger target. So perhaps keeping them separated is wise for now.
Jordan, in the morning I cast Nistral's Magic Aura twice on the 2 pieces.
You're going to have to cast on each individual. You're going to have to cast it 3 times. So even though the pieces are joined, they still are separate things, if that makes sense. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Be that way.
Sorry. I didn't make the rules. Let's talk to Wizards of the Coast.
That
Or
TSR.
Or TSR, whoever made this. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that was a hope that I'd had for you, Shifter/Lex, that would make it all one, so it would save them.
Well, now I
slots.
have like a bunch of at-will spells. It kind of
I guess it kind of works
slots. So that's cool.
There were some trinkets donated already, though.
Wow.
So,
Ooh.
so
we wake up and we find them sitting on our pillows.
there you go, Shifter. You have a D4 candles whose scents drive off pesky insects and vermin.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I would definitely use that all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure. Siren, you have a D8 smoke bombs for a quick getaway.
Ooh,
Yes.
nice.
All right, let's go down this list here.
kittens.
Also kittens.
Yep.
Do Kiri. I
Papa, can you
didn't get that far. Let's do this right here. Okay, Kiri. You already have that one. How about this one? Nope, got that one too. Kiri's got a lot of these.
I know the chat's been spoiling me.
Yeah, they really like you a lot. Let's see. This is a fish mask that lets you hold your breath twice as long as normal.
Whoa, interesting.
Especially given the fact that you have that weird like aboleth mucus jar. So
Yeah.
a lot of underwater stuff going on with
Yeah,
Rukiri
going
all of a sudden.
aquatic. Okay, cool.
Yep, gonna be real useful in the desert.
You know what? Those secret underwater oases.
Mm-hmm.
Oasi?
You gotta, like, oh yeah, maybe.
I rolled an 8. So we're
Oh, sweet.
8 smoke bombs, fantastic.
yeah.
Mm.
Get ready for those to be used frequently and frivolously.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Awesome.
So,
Yes, if we're not assembling more rod fragments, then what is our course of action? I ask you.
We should go to the desert, yes?
Is there anything else we need to do at Candlekeep before that happens?
other than, if we wanted to research the desert.
Didn't we?
You could do that.
Oh, we did a
No,
little
you
bit.
did, because LB got all that information.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You did.
Yeah.
We have this access to a library. I feel like there's more stuff we should be looking up, but I can't. Like, I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, I
Anybody?
did say it's 12 hours because it's the same amount of time to scribe a 6th level spell. So yeah, sorry, it's 12 hours.
Yeah, I thought I didn't make that up, so.
Well, we can always come back if we forgot something.
Assuming we have a book of knowledge.
Would either of you learn? Do either of you have the ability to learn teleportation circle? Sorry.
Not yet.
Mm-mm.
I think.
Yeah.
All right. Well, would it be a good idea to write down the one in here in case you do?
I mean, well, I suppose we could, if they'll allow us to do that, and if DM will allow us to do that as well, then perhaps we could take note of the sigils for that circle now, and then stow that information for later.
So do you want their teleportation circle directions, like the address, or do you want to try and find the spell?
Based on just that conversation, I was thinking more like the address.
Yes, you can definitely get the address free of charge.
Okay.
If you want to write that down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not going to say no to that. They might still be like,
if you
well.
were looking for the spell, this seems like a good place to look for it.
Also true. I still could have it. Like.
Yeah, that's a 5th level spell? Yeah, it's a 5th level spell. So we're not quite there yet, but one of us will probably take it when the time comes. Hey, did they sell scrolls at Candlekeep?
They do. You guys bought some the last time you were here.
Yeah, so we basically did that when we learned the spells to add to our...
and I am looking for how much I charged you.
Lagwin, darling, you are very out of focus.
Well, that's my camera's just... It's the power of being the chosen one.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but I'm going to stock up on scrolls of Nistral's Magic Aura.
Smart.
Buy several of those.
I am never as prepared as I think I am.
All right, so we've got the teleportation circle sequence. That's good. I don't know if we'll teleport in and they'll be like, you can't come in, give us the book of knowledge that lets you enter the Candlekeep. Sorry. We know you're here, but you're not really here.
It's like when you try to enter Zoom and you're in the lobby.
Yeah, right. And it's like,
they have to let you in.
No, but I have the login information. Nope. Sorry.
300 gold to copy a spell from here. So in order for them, they will make you a scroll of Nistral's Magic Aura if you want, but it's going to be $300 or 300 gold a pop.
I'm going to get 2 of them for 600 gold pieces.
All right.
What other just because we happen to be here and they're pretty open to us asking and looking for anything aside from obviously we know they have knowledge and they have magic. Do they have I know Candlekeep is massive. Do they have general store kind of stuff, or you know what I mean?
So they're not in the business of buying and selling because
Sure.
not a lot of people are allowed in and
Right.
out. So they do purchase food and stuff like that. But if you're looking for health potions and stuff like that, they probably wouldn't have it. If you're looking for magic items,
Okay.
Maybe you could find somebody to be like, yeah, I'll give you my spare rope that I have. But for the
Gotcha,
most
okay.
part, they take in what they need.
Okay, that
and
makes sense.
They don't have general store.
Yeah, hey, it's worth a shot.
Candlekeep general store.
Yeah, that's what well, if they got the monks, they study for so long and they get so many tickets, they can go to the store and buy stuff. I'm just gonna look to see if there's any. I think I'm okay and I'm good, but if we're gonna be in the desert, we may want to have some sort of this thing lets you make water, that kind of a spell.
Create or destroy water.
Create water.
I don't know if we can learn that though. That's my point. I don't think wizards can learn that spell.
Well, you've got that pouch that can produce those potassium tubes. Don't you?
Yes.
Is it big enough for everyone?
No, sadly, just the one.
Oh, it's disappointing.
It's the limitations of that strange plane of magic.
Can you cast water elemental and just slowly drink on that throughout the desert?
I
That's
feel like
murder.
that's weird. Like, I mean, in theory, no, actually, I can't cast Conjure Elemental. I think that's 5th level too.
Yeah.
Minor,
If only your DM would let you level up faster.
minor elementals. I guess we could summon like a steam mephit and condense it into a cup or something like that.
Can you spit in this so I can drink it? Yeah, that was terrible. I apologize.
Yeah.
So, plan of attack.
Get some water.
Yeah.
You guys can stock up on
Yeah.
rations and stuff.
Yes.
You have Vincent the Fly. He can carry 2 people.
Yeah.
Thank God.
So hypothetically, Lagwin and Siren, you guys could fly alongside Rikiri and our hover boy over there, Shifter.
Mm. That's true.
Sweet.
To
do that.
expedite travel is
Sure.
what I'm
Yes.
saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although it's still going to be really hot. I mean, it's
Mhm.
going to be. I mean, you
Ooh.
think it's going to be really hot. It's a desert.
Can I get a sun hat?
Sure.
All right. Yeah. So then I think I'm okay then. Unless anybody has anything else they want us to do while we're here, which I can't think of anything. Oh, Shifter has watery sphere, right? We just make a ball of water.
Yeah.
There we
That's
go.
true, I do have
There.
that.
So we're good. Everything's fine. This desert, everything's coming up.
Coming up, Millhouse. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna prepare that spell.
Yes.
I've been looking for an excuse. Make it happen.
A great hat. Great hat, LB. Very Siren.
Unprepare Autoluke's Resilient Sphere. Get my other sphere in here.
There you go.
Ooh.
I'm a sphere mage. It's really cool.
Can I get a pair
I'm
of
going
tinted
global.
glasses?
That is actually a trinket you can roll on the rogue table. So that's
Wait, did I get that already? Hold on.
you might have that actually.
There are no tinted glasses in Candlekeep. There are reading glasses.
Makes sense.
That's. I'll just wear those.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Khadij walks up to you and he sees you. And he's like,
I do have sunglasses. Fuck yeah.
excellent. And Khadij is very excited to see you. Very excited that you have the rod fragments and that you were able to combine them. And he has been very generous with information and assistance in trying to help you. But you know that he's part of this secret group of 2 people that are trying to get the rod reassembled to hopefully take down the Queen of Chaos. And he comes up to you and he's like, where to next? Where are we going? Where are you going, I should say? I'm staying here where it's safe. I'm Khadij.
Looks like the desert then. The Anorak Desert is, I believe, where we're heading next.
Very far away.
Yes, we're
Yes,
hoping.
we'd like to transport there with a transportation circle.
I don't think any. I mean, we've read about it. We're vaguely familiar with it. I'm like 78% sure we can get you there.
I mean,
As
that's
much as I love the idea of 78% of my body getting there.
I feel like
what
it.
can we do to make you more certain?
Let's go talk to Henry. And he leads you up to the teleportation area. And this like super old guy with a cane in like yellow robes, but they're kind of like little dingy, and he's like hobbled over and he just comes like slowly walking in, and Khadij is like, oh, Henry, yes, we have some people, they want to travel to the Anorak Desert, and we were hoping you could do that. And he's just like click and like moves a little forward, and then like tap, his cane hits and he moves a little forward. And Khadij says he'll get here eventually. He's very competent at this. He sent people all over. But if you had a piece of the desert with you, perhaps that could increase your chances. He would then have a physical thing he could tie to that. Or have any of you been there? There might be a memory we could transport into his brain. Or
No, darling,
Not
sorry.
that I
Is there
know.
any connection to the Anarch Desert you can think of? Or
Have one of
more
the
specifically
rod
to the rod?
pieces? Have one of the rod pieces been there before? I guess
oh,
we
yes.
don't
Well,
know.
we believe there's one
Well,
there
they're
now.
being drawn there.
Well, yeah, that's true. Can I see the third fragment?
Are you going to take it from us?
Well, I'm gonna give it to Henry and see if he can, like, visualize it.
Or just give it to him.
Yeah, I'll give it
All
to
right,
I'll give it
Rakiri,
to
give him the rod.
I don't have it.
Nobody knows who had the rod last. Did you leave it on the subway?
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I take it out. Give it.
I'm sorry, you whip it out is the proper term.
Oh, I'm sorry. I throw aside my cloak, whipping out the enhanced rod pieces.
So the enhanced rod is not actually pulling in any direction
It's
because
the
every
third piece.
the fragment that is not
It's not
with
the
you-
size of the rod shifter.
It's the direction in which it pulls. I see.
So
I
the
take
third rod fragment would search for the fourth, and the fourth would search for the fifth, etc. So
I see. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they all pointed towards the towards the next piece. Anyway, yeah. So I take out the smaller piece that I still have, which I believe is Fiat.
Wahaha. Okay. And Khadij takes it. He's like very gentle with it, even though it's been fairly indestructible, these things. And he hands it over to Henry, and Henry like taps it on his head, and he kind of like tries to bend it, and he's like, and then you see him doing one of these where he's like trying to figure out where it's pulling him. And he does like a really slow nod, and he hands it back to Khadij, and Khadij takes the rod fragment and gives it back to you, Shifter. He's like, he's 94% sure you guys are going to land in the right spot.
That's still an A. So
It's pretty good for my odds, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
How you get back, I'm not entirely sure, but good luck.
do you know exactly where he's going to but like the desert's a large place. We have a map, but how are we going to be able to determine where we have landed?
I don't think that we will. I think that's just sort of the nature of the teleportation that send us and we end up where we end up.
Well, we will have the rod to guide us, so I guess it's that. Getting away from wherever that is might be a problem.
I think you guys have used, maybe this was a different campaign and I'm getting my campaigns mixed up. Have we used the stars to triangulate like where we are in this game? No? Okay, different game that I'm running. All
Well,
right.
we're very practical. Rod takes us here, get Rod, leave.
Yeah.
That's how we roll.
In and out. You're awesome. Okay.
The star thing sounds cool. Though.
Yeah, it sounds really good. I mean, but who knows what it could work. You've never seen the stars in the Anorak Desert. Could be completely different. Magic.
That's true.
It's just weird.
Yep.
There might be
Totally set us different stars in the desert than anywhere else. Figuring.
I mean, they're not even stars. It's a giant crystal sphere with like,
That's true.
pinholes that radiate. It's weird.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
D&D lore, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So if you guys are ready, Henry is ready.
Shall we hold that?
94%, baby. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm down for 94%. Hopefully we all end up there together.
Yeah.
Don't get splinched.
Don't get splinched.
You guys all go into the center of this teleportation circle, and he starts moving his hands around kind of haphazardly and odd. The circle starts to glow, and you hear a message siren in your head from the dwarf back in Baldur's Gate.
Oh.
And he's like, we might have a situation if you could come back. And then Henry finishes the teleportation and you guys, poof, I need you to roll percentile die for me.
All of us?
Somebody. Nope, just one person.
Don't roll in whatever the 6% is. Either that's
you got
low or
6%
high.
To be,
So who's taking it?
you can even lie to me, but don't do that. That's
I can roll it.
All right,
Lex is
Lex.
rolling it.
All right. That's a 52.
All right.
Right in the middle. Everyone's like, that's the 6% right there in the middle.
Right there in
It
the
was
middle.
between 50 and 56. Oh no.
And you guys arrive in a like poof of sand. It's almost like as you landed, the ground like shifted out from underneath you, and it is just like hot sand, and it is extremely warm here. Those of you in any type of armor, which I believe is everybody except
Everybody.
Shifter.
No, I'm
Nope, Shifter's wearing armor. We're all armored.
You are?
I have leather armor.
Everybody here's got leather armor.
All right. Is anybody a step up from leather, or is
Yes.
it just?
I have studded.
Yeah, just studded.
Oh
yeah.
that's still leather. You guys have a -2 to attack rolls.
Oh, good.
Because the sun is just like ooh, and it's just super hot and awful. So while you're out in the exposed desert, you have this negative -2 that's gonna hurt you.
So I'll say to everyone, do we want to? I feel like it doesn't make much sense to travel during the day in the desert. Does we have thoughts about waiting for nightfall and traveling then?
Sorry. As soon as they land, Siren's just like, Durin, are you there? What's happening?
I'm sorry, were you getting a message?
I was right before. They said in Baldur's Gate there was a problem.
Oh no.
Well, I did learn the sending spell, but I don't have it prepared. So tomorrow we can try to answer them back.
I'm sure it's fine. He seems very capable.
Are we speaking of the same person?
I have faith in him.
I hope he didn't summon anything dangerous. He probably summoned something.
I mean, if he summons something dangerous, then there may not be anyone to speak to tomorrow. So.
Wonderful.
Why did you say that like a problem solved?
I mean, I was the one who suggested bringing them in the first place, so I actually have quite a bit of faith in them. If their god is who they say, I mean, the Wonder Maker is a wondrous creation, so I feel like it should be fine. They'll be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm the chosen one.
I'm gonna take out my sending stone to Ghost, and I'm going to say, received a message from Baldur's Gate. Have you heard anything about what's going on there?
Okay. A little while passes and you hear, this message has been received by the Zentarum phone interconnected message service. We will make sure Ghost gets your message as soon as possible. Thank you for using Zentarum communication stones. Click.
Who did that recording? It was wonderful. I don't know what's happening. I have not gotten a message back from my superior officer.
So
Is that normal?
Perhaps not. Although she is a very busy woman.
Sure.
It depends on what time it is there too. She might be. I'm trying to do a show.
Well, as I stated, do we want to wait until at least further in the evening? Not necessarily the dead of night, but when it's not as, because it's early, right? We left first thing in the morning.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's like the sun's just peeking over the. Well, it's not. I mean, it's up.
It's up, but yeah.
So,
Do we want to wait?
When we studied the desert, did we learn that how cold it gets at night in the desert?
I don't think we covered that, but I mean, deserts, it will probably get fairly chilly towards the evening. There's nothing to like hold in the heat, I guess.
Yeah.
I'd perhaps be more inclined to just press on.
Yes, it's sitting here in the hot sun.
Oh, well, it wouldn't be the hot sun. You see, Lehman's tiny hut is completely climate controlled. It would be perfectly temperate inside, where we could just wait for 8 hours until we're ready to travel when the temperature's not as hot.
Yes, but if it's too cold, that will not help anyone.
Yes, but if it's too cold, then we'll stop and just cast it again, and then it'll be fine. It'll be warm.
And
Live out here.
then we'll be in the same cycle.
Listen, I'm just saying we can one way or the other. It's an option that we have.
I would agree with Lagwin, as much as I love temperature controlled comfort. But apparently things have gone wrong in Baldur's Gate and time might be of the essence.
Yes, I agree. You all should have bought comfy hats, is all I'm saying. It's 10 degrees cooler in the shade. Does anyone require sunscreen?
No.
I don't think so. My feathers are sufficient protection.
I can't get more purple, so.
Yeah, I'll just pull up the hood from my nice new cloak.
Wonderful. Well,
All
shall
right.
we press on?
You guys
Yes.
press on. You
I'll
follow the
summon
rod.
Vincent.
You will summon Vincent. Okay, I think he lasts for 6 hours or so. You should look that up. But
12
Maybe
hours,
12.
maybe?
I don't remember.
But it's like every so many
2
days.
days.
Yeah. 12 hours. Yep. Lasts for 12 hours. It recharges every 2 days.
Okay.
So maybe fly for 6, take a break.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll see how tired we get. Did you say that the wand lets me cast fly at will or with charges?
You can cast the spell fly twice a day,
Oh.
but you holding the rod fragment have the gift of flight.
Oh, I see.
I see.
So you could cast fly on these other two people, and it would work like the spell fly, but you can just fly. So,
Okay.
while attuned to the rod, I should
Yes.
say.
Yeah. And I'm definitely attuned to it. Fly only lasts an hour, so I'm going to fly. I'm going to use my own ability to fly from the rod, but I'm probably not going to cast it on anyone unless they really want it.
No.
Nah.
And off you ride into the desert, or fly into the desert. Picture the map of the Forgotten Realms, and there's a little red line that goes bzzz, and then you go this, and you're on the map just going up and up. You are like very confident. Well, I should say, like, you're in a desert, so it looks like the spell worked. Nobody was splinched. Everybody's got their arms and legs and feathers and what have you. But you're traveling a lot longer than you thought you would. And as you guys are traveling down below, you see what appears to be a herd of goats, and there are 3 humans, and they have like hoods over them as well, and they're wearing like light, airy, kind of deserty clothes, and they're like herding these goats, and they look up and see you, and they're kind of like amazed that you're flying over this desert, and one of them waves.
Oh, maybe we should ask for them for directions.
To a mythical piece of a rod that we only know where it is because we're being pulled to it.
No, we need to know where we are, darling.
Yes, and a well might be helpful as well.
Oh, yes. Lagwin, stop. Your hands keep riding up, and I don't appreciate it.
Well, this I don't take kind. This is just a weird experience on a giant housefly.
It's all right. I'm just.
Yes, well. Anyway, sure then.
Shifter calls out, he keeps bucking because you're pulling on the wrong hairs.
Sorry. Fly down and hail the travelers.
Yeah. One of them runs up, and they're just like, what is this thing that could feed people for like months?
No,
What is that?
It's a fly.
It's huge.
It's the size of a horse.
It's the size of a horse.
Darling, could you tell us what city are we near?
Oh, city? Like, I mean, there's no cities really.
Right, but what part of the desert are we in?
Oh yeah, well you're in the Onrok Desert, and we're in the southern belt of it. The scimitar spires, and he points north. He's like, are over there. Evereska is like a ways over there, I guess. I've never been, but why are you here? Nobody flies through the desert. Meow.
On holiday, the goats are being
Cat goats. Got it.
Cat goats.
Mhm.
On holiday, you just came here for fun to do what? What fun is in the desert for you?
Not
Panning,
much.
of course.
The sights. Look around.
And it is just flat and like hot and not fun. And he's kind of like, okay, you're not out to steal goats, are you?
No.
No.
I don't like goat thieves. And the eyes
No,
shift her
never.
like mysteriously.
Shift
No,
to the person who said tanning but is covered head to toe in cloth.
No need for stolen goats. They don't fly very well.
Not very
No,
useful
no.
to us. Although my our mount does enjoy eating them from time to time. Shifter.
Oh,
not
and he, like,
that,
backs
not
up.
that we'll let him, of course.
A third so there were 3 herders. One of them's talking to you. One of them's watching the goats. The third one is like running up. And he's just like, oh, did tell him, are they here to see the brothers? And the other guy's like, well, I think they're lying to me because they're like sightseeing in the desert, but I was gonna get to that.
The brothers.
And he kind of like rolls his eyes a little bit, but he's like, yes, there's a pair of brothers. They live further down in north here into the center of the Anarok Desert, and well, they've got quite the oasis kingdom, I suppose, and so it's become kind of a tourist attraction for the very wealthy. And judging by this gentleman who flies all the time and your beautiful feathers and the fact that you have a giant horsefly, I am assuming you are more well off than we are.
Wealthy tourists, I think that
We're
describes us
comfortable.
quite nicely. Yes.
Mm. Which way is this oasis kingdom?
Oh, straight that way. And he points off, and it's the same direction that the rod seems to be pulling you guys.
Oh boy.
And how far is it as the fly flies?
Well, it's and we're gonna say it's probably like 11 a.m. or noon.
Mhm.
And he's like, you guys will get there more than likely right before sundown. So maybe like after a day's travel, like 4 or 5 hours or so.
Wonderful. Is there anything we should be aware of? Any strange customs in these oasis kingdoms?
Well, I mean, they take their tea very seriously.
Mhm.
They take their coffee even more seriously.
Mm.
And I think just be respectful. Don't steal. Have a good time. Lots of weird creatures that come there. I think it's a novelty to be on the prime material plane for a little bit. And then the guy that was running up, he walks up to you guys and he's like, oh, and my name's Kroll. Tell them Kroll sent you. 100%. You'll get great hospitality. And then he like gives them a thumbs up and he runs back over to catch some goats that are wandering.
Can I insight check
Yeah,
that?
that's exactly what I was going to say.
Which one?
The guy who said, tell him Kroll sent you.
Yeah.
So Kroll.
Kroll. Yes, that one. Oof, that's a 16, baby.
16. And you're insight checking him to see if he's being malicious or lying or
Yeah.
because he was just like, tell him that I sent you.
And they'll definitely treat you well. And I'm like, will
Oh,
they
okay.
treat us well?
Yeah, like maybe he owes them a huge debt or something.
Oh yeah. There's something off. And a 16 is pretty good, but like he didn't say anything that you're just like, oh, you're lying, or oh, you're trying to do something.
Yeah.
Like
Wasn't
he just
much to
kind
go
of
off of.
seems, yeah. Something's off though.
So we should proceed with caution to these brothers, it seems.
He did mention that things from other planes like to go there.
Oh, wonderful.
So we've certainly never dealt with anything like that, nor would I expect to. So seems fine. Oh, I'm gonna ask the goat herders. They mentioned Everesca. Everesca, yes. What is that?
Oh, it's a. I've never been myself. It's an elven, mythical place. Supposedly it's over there, but non-elves are not allowed in, and it's just kind of this. It's protected by mountains. Yes, just
Right.
a large elf city, I think.
Interesting.
Well, thank you for the information and your time. Is there anything else, friends?
No.
Oh, yes. Thank you. And he puts out his hand.
She drops 25 gold in a pouch.
Oh, he takes it. He's like, "Thank you very much.
Wow.
Be on your way."
Wow. Very generous.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that a lot?
Yes, a bit. I was just going to shake it.
I was just going to fly away and pretend that I didn't see anything.
Well,
They were very helpful. I think that it was a kind gesture. Maybe they can buy more goats. And you know I do love some goat milk. Goat ice cream.
Ugh.
mm-mm. Well, all right then. Shall we?
Indeed.
Let's.
You guys get back up in the air, and just before you start flying off, you look down, and there are 2 goat herders and goats. You lost Krull somewhere.
Okay.
Kroll.
Well, it's a big desert.
Yes, there's all the places for him to hide.
Gestures openly.
Yes. Well, that's unsettling.
Definitely
It's
something
a
off.
little odd.
I'm sure it's fine.
All right.
And off you go. Fly, fly, fly. Literally.
Flying
on the fly.
montage.
Flying montage. There's some soaring. There's like a time where Shifter like drops the rod and then he falls, but he catches it and then starts flying again. He's like playing chicken. It's really exciting.
Nice.
Lagwin gets nauseous and just kind of
Sure.
vomits off the side
Yeah,
of the
well,
fly, and it's just even more gross.
I mean, I don't know if you could tell the difference between the fly normally and the fly with vomit on it, but that's fair.
The fly's like legs come up and clean off the vomit, and then it does like the thing.
Yeah, the fly. Yep.
We'll say Siren's hat flies off, and Kiri has to catch it and like bring it back to Siren. Everyone's just laughing and having a great time with their -2 attacks.
Oh, it's so fun.
We're laughing now because we don't have to fight anything. So
It's so much breezier up here. Just think of what it would be like if we had to walk.
It's odd because as you are, and I assume you're leading the charge perhaps with the rod fragment in hand, Shifter.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so as you're like, rod fragment, all of a sudden you're flying and it starts pulling you back the other way, like directly behind you.
I like stop midair, and I'm like, wait, hold on, something's happening, everyone. We have to end the montage for a moment.
damn.
Does a wide turn back. She doesn't know how to handle him.
You just kick into the thorax. No, that's not the thorax. Okay. Yeah. So for some reason the rod is and I'm gonna start slowly flying in the direction that it's now pulling me.
Yeah, and it seems to be pulling you back the way you came, and then down, and then you get to a point where you're hovering over a section of the desert, but like straight down is where it seems to be pulling you.
Oh, well, I guess we're not going to this this brother's city after all. Maybe some sort of dungeon or the Underdark, perhaps, Lagwin.
Wonderful. Why not?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Maybe there's a hidden city under the desert. Or a mummy's tomb.
No one read from any books.
Or an evil windsock.
I mean, but that's just a myth. Those don't exist.
Those don't exist. Wind socks of unusual size. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Will we descend?
I
Yeah.
assume.
I mean, I certainly will.
Sure.
Okay.
yeah.
Rikiri,
As you go ahead.
Sorry, Rikiri, can you sense if there is anything here?
Yeah, can I just kind of like Jordan kind of like broadly detect magic?
Yeah. So looking around, it's very bright. It hurts. But there is like an illusion on the desert floor, made to look like desert. So it's hiding something.
All right, so it's like illusory terrain or something.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
There's certainly some sort of illusion on the terrain. Appears to be hiding something. So I don't know what awaits us beneath. So let's land cautiously.
Ooh.
And land you do. Shifter descends, and then you see his feet go into the sand, and then the rest of him just like loop, and he's all the way
Just gone.
Just gone.
What
yeah.
did I say about landing cautiously?
Well, there they go. I suppose. Just.
They,
Well.
how am I feeling about this? What am I seeing? Is it just
you are in a really posh area. It's very nice and cool.
Oh.
The illusion is also creating like a shade, so you can still see above you. It's kind of like a mesh, and you can see your friends and stuff, but you are in a nice shaded. It's way cooler because you're below the earth. There is a red imp in the corner that is kind of staring at you, and he's got a book in one hand and a feather pen in the other. And I have a picture that I found that kind of demonstrates what I wanted it to look like. So I put that in our Discord, which we can share. This is called a caravan, or let me get it right, caravanserai. Which is
nice.
like a under the sand kind of structure that they built to keep themselves cooler and stuff.
Wow, very cool.
Real world things. Yeah, I'm gonna hover back up to poke my head out of the illusion and just say, everyone, it's I think we found our destination and it's climate controlled. So good news all around.
Lovely.
Wow.
Let's descend.
Yes.
For a second there, I was worried I clipped through the ground.
Yes.
And fell out of the hitbox of the game.
Yeah.
Gonna fall forever.
I have to restart.
Sorry, I had a little bit of a nosebleed there. What?
I've tested
See,
video
I
games
like
for so many parts of my life that is really funny to me. So I'm just like, here I am, just falling through the environment for all of eternity. It's really great.
I'll slowly descend down into like the little kind of center area and walk around and be like, this is quite lovely, actually.
It's like a giant octagon. It has many different sides, and each one of those sides has doors that go there. There is one large ornate door with well, I shouldn't say door. It's like an archway that has a tunnel that kind of goes down, and you get the sensation that there's probably many layers to this complex, like below the sand. So.
Is there anyone around?
Yes, there's an imp, a red imp, and he has a book in one hand and a feather pen in the other.
Okay.
And he kind of like cautiously flies up to you and he's like, are you expected?
I don't think so. Do you take
No
walk-ins?
reservations?
Afraid not.
Name? And he like opens up his book and starts flicking through it. Like, that was asking for your name.
Rikiri.
That's what I said. When I said name, I want not mine. I know. I guess
I was briefly trying to think about if I should lie, but I'm not going to. Rikiri, darling.
He's like, nope, no reservation. Are you interested in staying? Do you want rooms? You have the money? Yes.
We do have money. Are we interested in staying?
I'm sorry, darling. Where are we?
Oh, this is the Brothers Paradise Hotel and
Spa?
Smorgasbord Eatery.
Oh.
Very, very exciting.
Oh, I'm very excited to be here. Yes, we'd love to stay.
Oh, all right. How many rooms?
2.
two rooms. He starts flicking through there. He's like, and how long will you be staying?
A couple of days. Let's put us down for 2.
2 days. Okay. All right. That will be 700 gold for the 2 days. 2 rooms.
Wonderful. What
Okay.
amenities are included?
Oh, water. Lots of water to drink. The occasional alcohol. You get tokens, and he hands out.
Ooh.
Well, before you're
Yeah.
gonna pay first, but then
Yeah,
he has
yeah.
like some drink tokens that you guys can have. And there's the all relaxing spa and all this other stuff. He kind of like talks it up like there's just it's just a
Yeah.
really nice hang out in the desert.
Shifter leans over to Siren and just says, "This sounds expensive but delightful. I mean, did you hear the thing about hot stones? Oof.
Oh my goodness. I am all that. Give me some incense and I'm a happy girl.
Yeah, I'm Shifter would love the idea of a spa vacation, so they would put down they put down 200 gold towards this. How much would it be per person? I don't know how to do math. How does math work?
170, 700 divided by 4 is 175.
Okay.
So that'll
I'd put down,
cover our rooms.
yeah, I'd put down 200. Pay for some of someone else's,
Yeah.
maybe 250.
I'll throw in my 175 here.
Same.
All right, then I have to pay less. Solid.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to pay for the whole thing, but yeah.
Well, fine. You want to do that? By all
Yeah,
means.
You guys spoke up first. That's your fault.
He takes your money. He hands you each 1 drink token.
Mm.
And then he writes
It
a
is
bunch
like
of stuff in his
Vegas.
ledger, slams the book shut. And when he slams it shut, there's like a little puff of dust or smoke that comes out. And then from that smoke, these keys appear, and he like grabs them midair, and then he flies over to Rikiri, and he hands a key, and then he flies over to Shifter, and he hands a key. He's like, "These are the keys to your room. Please don't wander. Lots of the guests like to stay private, and but enjoy your time here.
Of course.
And if you need anything, just holler really loud. We usually hear people. Maybe I can come fly and help you. I don't know."
Sorry, what was your name?
Oh, Stuart.
Are imps infernal?
Yes.
Okay. I think Siren will say in infernal. Are they treating you well here, darling?
And he gets like big eyes, and he's just like, kind of like looks around, and he's just like, "A job's a job," but he says in infernal. So
Yeah. Well, is there anything you could tell me about our hosts? Will we be seeing them?
Oh, the brothers. Is that who you're inquiring about?
Yes.
Do you want this to be an infernal conversation or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Something a little more private.
I just
Yeah,
look at everybody else while this conversation's happening in a
Yeah.
language none of us speak and be like,
Sorry.
It is he explains that they are 2 brothers. Their names are, and this is going to be fun, Ibit Saad al Pahur and
Oh.
Nala bint Tekene, and I'll put those in the chat.
Thank you.
But they're 2 brothers that have set up this area. They're not native to the Onrock Desert, but they're here, and they entrepreneurs basically
Right.
starting this up. So catering to the very wealthy and the exotic people that might find the prime material plane exotic. So
Does he have any insight as far as being an employee about his employers?
insight about being an employee. Well,
Like,
so
does he shit talk them at all? Like,
oh
give me
no,
any
not really.
insight?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
She'll relay.
I mean, imps never want to be in servitude,
right.
but he's not like, "Get me out of here," because you probably can't. There's some
Yeah.
contract that's keeping him here, and then why would he want to like piss off his boss even more or
Yeah.
something like that? So
All right. Siren will, yep, I'm Siren. Hi.
yes, hi.
Siren will relay the names of the gentlemen and what they've done here to everyone else.
Right then. Well then, I guess we shall find our rooms then. Yes?
Or we should be brought to our rooms.
Was that well? All
Yes,
right
if
then.
we
Oh,
paid
and
700
You see
gold
him like
pieces,
leaning
it would be-
against he's like leaning against one of the pillars, and then you say like should be brought, and he's like, yeah, that's and like gets back up. And he's like, ladies first, and he starts flying off, kind of expecting you guys to follow.
Well, we don't have any luggage, at least.
I'm sorry, how are we breaking up rooms? I just want to check. It doesn't matter.
Also, the fly can't. We don't have fly stables.
Oh, that's fine.
It's got to wait outside.
How do I do the thing?
Oh, just say then I lean in and to Vincent and whisper the magic word, and Vincent, shoop. And then Shifter's gonna lean over to Siren and just be like, "Must I stay with Lagwin? He just, since the whole Chosen One thing, he's really got such a big head now. I don't really."
That's fine. You know what? We are going to be rooming together. So, Lagwin, if you want to go with Rakiri, and we shall meet in the buffet.
Very well.
Sounds good. Well then.
What are the rooms like?
Yeah. So before we get to the rooms, I think it's a good time to take a break
Okay.
because I need a large glass of water as I feel like I'm losing my voice.
Mm.
And
That desert life for you.
That desert life. And then I will describe the runes, and we will continue with our interesting foray into the brothers' hotel extravaganza.
All right, I need a name. What's the catchphrase, the word for our giveaway for tonight? What do we want it to be?
Sand.
Sand?
Rod jokes.
I'm fine with sand. I hate sand.
Yeah.
It's so small, it gets everywhere.
Of course, irritating.
Very irritating.
But I am the chosen one, so I guess I also hate sand.
Lagwin, or...
All right, so if any of you folks here, you type the word sand, no punctuation, just the word sand in the chat, you will be entered into the giveaway. When we get back from our break, I will close it, choose a winner, and then I'll reach out to you via Twitch Whisper and send you a code that you can go and immediately unlock Mythic Odysseys of Theros on D&D Beyond.
Woo!
So thank you
It's like
again
sand.
Awesome.
to D&D Beyond for providing all of these codes for giveaway. Super cool stuff. Anyway,
Yes, thank you so much.
we will be right back. We're back. I'm gonna announce the giveaway of the winner of our giveaway here.
Woo!
So let's
Sand.
close our giveaway and pick our winner.
Drum roll sound effect here, Ted.
Pyrotechnic 777.
Woo!
Congratulations.
So, Pyrotechnic, are you? Well, I'll reach out to you, and then we'll continue with the game that we're doing.
Fantastic. Welcome back to Rod of Seven Parts. Congratulations to the winner.
Mm-hmm.
Our heroes are being led to their rooms by this imp. And he takes you so octagonal area, doors all over the place, or in every like side. And then in the top of it, there was kind of a staircase going down. He just flies over to one of the doors. It doesn't look like it's marked with a number or anything. And he inserts a key and he turns it and opens it up and points like, here's your room. And as you guys walk in, it is not like super fancy. I mean, it's got beds, it's got like a little wash basin and things like that. It also has more of that illusionary like meshing, so you're getting like a sun. And he's trying to say, Stuart the Imp is like, and this here controls like the thing with the illusion wall, and he like turns a knob or something on like maybe there's a stone glued to the side, and you kind of like rub your hand on it and it gets darker and like lighter and things like that. And then he literally flies over to the door next and puts in another key, and that is the room for we'll say Shifter and Siren. Very similar. Maybe the furniture is against like the south wall rather than the east, but yeah. So And then Stuart's like, anything else?
Is there a mirrored ceiling option?
Is there a what? You're very
Mirror-
quiet. Can you speak into your microphone?
Mirrored ceiling option.
Is there no? No. I'm just gonna say no. I'll have to talk to management. I mean, that's weird. Why would you even want that? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
It's fine. Let's move.
No.
Stuart clearly is not as traveled as some. But Shifter's going to say Stuart clearly is not as traveled as some. But the fact that you don't have more control over the illusions, and what is this? Is this wash basin pewter? I expect nothing less than silver for the amount of gold that we're paying. Frankly, I am greatly disappointed. I hope the spa experience is more invigorating.
Indeed. Thank you.
Okay. And he like
You've been
flies
great,
away.
Stuart. Goodbye.
They better do room service.
Right. Good help is hard to find. So shall we get settled? Find the bar?
Definitely.
What
Also,
are we here for again? I'm just rather caught up in the experience. I've
you've
never been to a spa. No.
Oh, darling, it's wonderful. You must get a preening.
Ooh, this does sound nice.
That's so good. I had a bit of a plan, a cover, if you will.
Okay.
I was going to take on a persona of a wealthy Kalashite merchant.
All right.
Perhaps, Lagwin, you could be my business partner. We all know how much fantastic business experience you have. Certainly never done anything wrong there. And perhaps the other two are bodyguards or something? I don't know.
Can I be a
Whatever
trophy
you...
wife? Please be a trophy wife.
I mean, if you want, you fine. And we can say that we're, looking for magical curios to sell, thus asking about the rod fragment.
What's
just
my
spitballing.
role?
If you don't want to be a bodyguard, you could be another business partner. What do you think?
I can be a bodyguard. Do you think it's convincing?
You could be a spiritual advisor.
Oh, yes. That would be good. Lagwin and I go to you
life
for all
coach.
of our... Yes. For the one who recommended that we go to a spa. Yeah. To unwind. But then I'm going to cast Alter Self, throw my hood back, and I just look like a dashing, maybe middle-aged Kalashite merchant. I've got the great gray streaks and a short beard with the gray streaks in it. Just
wonderful, darling.
The salt and pepper is quite fetching.
Oh,
lunch?
What's the name I came up with? Abdullah al-Wariv. I thought that sounded good and seemed relatively easy to remember. But lunch sounds delightful. What? Anything anyone else wants to do?
Well, Sarah did say lunch, which I'm not opposed to.
Well, I mean, we came here for the rod fragment, and the sooner we're able to find it and get a lay of what we're looking at and what's here, the better it will be. So lunch makes sense to me.
All right, well, everyone get freshened up, and we'll meet back in 10 minutes.
Sure.
I'm sorry, Ted. It's like the sooner we find the rod fragment, the better. So let's break for lunch.
Yeah. So I guess it's some government contractor. It's fine. We do that.
Siren is gonna go in and get dressed in her fancy clothes. Probably something light.
Okay. Does that mean taking off armor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really have any fancy clothes. I think I have like some kind of robes maybe. So I'll see if I have some kind of white, gauzy robe situation.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. Gentlemen, what are we wearing? Because the internet needs to know.
Well, I'm wearing the exact same thing I came in at.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm not gonna take off my armor. I'll illusion myself up some fancy clothes, but
Okay.
that illusion is over the armor that I wear.
So paranoid.
Have you where have you been? Everywhere we go, things come from other planes to kill us.
This place is it's so peaceful. What could ever go
The
wrong
place
here?
that they already stated out the gate is full of beings from extra planes. We are literally hunted by spider demons from another plane, and this is a place where they congregate.
We don't know if spider demons congregate here.
I'm gonna say call it a hunch, but I bet you we'll find one.
Well, if the infernal being as a guide is any indication, I think Siren is going to put on her. She has studded leather armor, so she'll put that on under her flowy dress, but not her chain shirt.
Okay.
I'm committing to the bit. I'm not putting my armor on.
Fantastic. And I don't know why. I'm not trying to like make that a thing. I just wanted to
No,
make sure
no,
that you guys
I-
were like, oh, well. I'm gonna
Everybody's
dress like
talking
this,
about
and
it,
I'm
so.
like,
No, it makes
well,
sense.
I think if you're doing that, are you
Uh-huh.
not wearing armor? And then I guess another thing, are you walking around with weapons?
I'm walking around with a sword hilt tucked away in my robes.
I was gonna say I don't have any weapons. I have a crystal dagger that's my spell focus, but
But you have
that's
the
kind
rod fragment too, don't you? So
well, that's not in plain sight.
Okay.
But yeah.
You know, and I'll say, you know what we should do? We should see if we can fashion it into a cane. I feel like that would look very convincing. Or, I mean, it's especially
Yeah,
as
can
a
you
merchant.
illusion that?
Yeah, but I can't lean on it
Yeah.
because it's not really there.
I Lagwin, I am so excited that you're getting into the spirit of things.
Well, I am the chosen one.
Siren has her hand.
Hermione
crossbow
hits you on the
strapped to her
face.
leg.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right?
I've got my boot blade and dagger on one thigh and my hand crossbow.
Does
Cool.
our -2 to attack still apply in here?
Nope, it is gone. It is. You guys
Okay.
feel refreshed and nice and happy. Yeah.
Climate
I'll say that I
control.
have like one of my wands like strapped around my waist, like tied like with a belt or something. But it's
Okay.
like I feel like it's less obviously weapony looking.
Yeah, I'll leave anything that's basically not the Sunblade behind. All the other weapons that I have that never used, they never come up in any of the conversation, like the longbow and the blowgun that I have. Leave
Why
those
haven't
behind.
you been using that?
Well, I mean, listen, if we're ever in a super stealthy situation, a blowgun makes no noise. Really. And, I mean, we do have some poisons, I think, so, like...
Yes.
Oh, there it goes. And plus, it's just cool to have. No one ever uses a blowgun in D&D because they're awful. So, I was like, let's put one on my character, why not?
Fun. So the consensus is food, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Find the buffet.
You guys get all dressed up, looking fancy. It is evening-ish. Sun is still out, so there's still plenty of light. And in fact, there are illuminated, like continual flame torches, kind of throughout this whole area. The imp that guided you around is like nowhere to be found. So you guys start to wander, basically. And up here, all of the doors are locked. As you try a few, but you get the sensation that they're probably just more rooms because you're in this area. So you go down some steps, it kind of like swirls down deeper into the complex. And there is a, for lack of a better word, like Middle Eastern tavern, like just kind of a large area, but it's completely empty. There's nobody there. And you do see a wispy, smoky creature. He kind of looks like an imp, but he's definitely like gray and seems to have like just like wisps of smoke coming off of him. And he is back on the far side of the room, kind of standing behind a bar area. And he sees you walk in and he kind of like comes to attention.
Hello. We are looking for the buffet.
Right this way. You can sit wherever you like.
All right. Is this where we use our drink tokens?
Oh, yes.
All right. What specials do you have? What's your specialty?
There's Cactus Pete's special vodka juice. And then we also have something with a flamingo in the name.
Right. Wonderful. Perfect. No tea?
Oh, there is tea, yes.
All right. Do you have any anything that you can put in the tea to make it a little more spicy? And by that I mean alcohol, not.
Oh, probably. We have a lot of trade goods come in. I think we can find out what you need.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Thank you.
I'll take the flamingo one.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Do you guys want anything to drink?
No.
Tea with honey would be nice.
Okay. He flies away behind the bar. 3 more of these little guys fly up, and they come the minute you guys come to a table and sit down. 3 more of these little creatures fly up, and they're throwing down plates and forks and stuff, and kind of a tablecloth, and they're trying to make it look all nice in front of you. So they're basically like setting the scene of like, I'm not going to do any work until I know where they're sitting, and then we'll make that area like look nice. Okay. So they fly in and they do all of that. He comes back with another 2 different ones, and so there's 3. They're mephits basically. So these 3 mephits are flying towards you guys, and they've got your drinks. They've got a large pot of tea and a whole like canister of honey with like a spoon in it. And he like slides it over to you, and then they like put down a teacup. They have a bottle of like brandy and a thing of tea, and they push it towards you. And the flamingo thing it's in a martini glass, but it's like a comically large martini glass. And it's about half full of a Pepto-Bismol colored substance. And it is really thick and weird. And he kind of like pushes that towards you.
Bottoms up.
Are we early for lunch? Late? It's late in the day. Where are the other guests?
They must be out and about or not here. I think that not a lot of they don't all eat.
My insight check.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think you have to insight check.
23.
23. Yeah, he's just kind of like, you get the sensation that they don't normally do this. So it's kind of like, what? Like,
People
like,
who eat,
and when I say
like
don't normally do this, I don't mean just like lying, but like the whole catering to guests, and like they don't really know what they're doing, and so.
Okay.
Like there aren't any guests here, or like they don't usually eat.
You look around, you haven't seen anybody else except for an imp and these mephits. So as far as you know, there aren't any other guests, but you get the sensation that the mephits don't really know how to cater towards people. And so it might be that you are you are like mortals on the prime material plane, and they're not used to dealing with that, or they're just not used to having guests. Maybe they don't actually have as many people come here as they were toting. So
Interesting.
There are menus to look through, right?
No.
Oh. Well, I'm going to ask for one.
Oh, okay. And he's just like, yeah, and they like fly off. They come I gotta mute that because they're gonna keep messaging me and it's gonna ruin my audio recording. 1 second. People trying to contact me on my own computer.
I hate being popular.
So popular. They fly back, and he's got a piece of parchment that looks like they scribbled on it really quickly, and it's like fruit, fish, and then like meat, basically. And they're like, what do you want? And he's kind of like pointing like, here you go.
Shifter's looking down at it, looks at the rest of the group is like, well, I was hoping for a good tabbouleh, but perhaps that's too much to ask.
Yeah, Rakiri like leans forward and is like, so I know I've never been to a spa, but I thought it would be a bit more attentive.
Yes, I don't work. The ones I've been at haven't been anything like this. Excuse me, waiter.
Oh, yes.
We would love to have a conversation with our lovely hosts, the brothers who run this place. What was it? Ibitsad al Pahur. I can't pronounce these names. Allah bint Tekne. We've heard just such marvelous tales about them.
Yes, you'll meet them very soon. Perhaps after dinner, you can go to the spa, and then they usually like to have some evening coffee. And you are welcome to enjoy some coffee with them then.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
I suppose I will have the fruit.
Okay. And zips off.
Oh.
And there's like 4 more there,
Oh, okay.
so they're all kind of looking at you like, what do you want?
Order for me, darling. I'll have anything.
Oh, the fish, probably.
He's gone. 2 more.
I'm good.
What's your character's name again, Lex?
Yeah, my persona is Abdullah al-Wariv.
Abdullah. For your constitution, I may recommend the meat. It will help you be strong like the Sphinx, as you need to be in all matters of business.
I will see wise counsel as always, Mystic Rakiri, and then that's what I order.
Lagwin is just not having any of this.
Lagwin is not, as we've established on many occasions, good at lying or telling when people are lying. So it's better if he just doesn't say anything, because he will ruin this entire ruse. So he will just start eating a banana.
And apparently the fruit as well for our friend.
Zip. And off it goes. With like almost immediately they come flying back. And I don't know what your expectations were with like such a shoddy menu, but they're bringing like really amazing plates of like fresh mango and kiwis and all these like really good fruits and stuff. And then the meat is like all this like lamb and goat, but it's been slow cooked and it's just steaming. It like looks amazing. Same with the fish, and and so they bring all these food and then bowls of rice and stuff to accompany it. Like they bring a lot of amazing stuff, probably more food than you guys can eat. And it's all in front of you, and it's kind of this style where you just kind of like pick it up and build your own plate with the dishes in front of you.
Oh, this is more like it.
Oh, they have hummus. This is fantastic.
I don't eat any of it.
Okay.
Lagwin, you're such a stick in the mud.
Indeed.
Yes, just
yeah, we eat it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, it's very tasty. It's very, very tasty.
My banana is also good, for those asking.
And then while you guys are eating, you see kind of a gentleman that is dressed very similar to you, Shifter, with your disguise of Abdullah. He's wearing like Middle Eastern kind of traditional clothes kind of stuff, with a turban on his head. An older gentleman with like peppered beard. And he comes walking up and he's like, guests, hello, may I join you?
Oh, by all means, please.
Oh, we get so few guests here. Oh, thank you. And he comes and he sits down with you. He's like, my name is Hudi. I'm very excited to have you here. We try to cater to the best and the very just tip top of society. And well, I'm just excited to have you because we haven't had many people here lately.
Oh, really? Well, we are happy to be here.
Well, excellent. Can I
food
interest you in the
is incredible.
baths, a spa? Is that where you guys would like to go next? Or how can I make your stay enjoyable?
I'm sorry, are you the... what is your role here?
I greet the guests and I make sure everybody's having a great time.
Well, we were concerned about the menu. It seemed a little thrown together, as it were, but the food is incredible.
Oh yes. We love the food. Yeah, the methods we're trying. They've been cutting costs, and we had to get rid of the larger staff, and now we're trying out this whole like method staff thing. With I don't think it's gonna work, but we'll see what the brothers do.
Well,
do you offer a preening service?
Well, I'm sure we could find. Yes, we'll figure something out. I mean, not officially, not on the books, but I think we can do this. Yes,
I would appreciate
that. My friend, you don't eat, and he points to you, Lagwood. He's like, are you not hungry? Are you fasting?
No.
Please forgive my business partner. He's a man
has
of few
taken
words.
a vow of near silence.
A vow of near silence. What is that?
It is a practice of my own devising. It is about finding the tension between silence and not silence. You really should try it. You've truly become one with the arid desert air when you are both silent and not silent. I think you'll find.
Single syllables only really makes you choose your sounds carefully.
I just don't. I don't think I could do that because I love syllables. I mean, I'm very pretentious in my syllable choice.
That is exactly what this one points at Lagwood. This is exactly what he said at the start. But Rakiri,
and look at him now.
Yes, Rakiri is a master. She works marvels with the spirit.
Yep.
And you, sir, and he points to you, Shifter, and he's just like, you look like the leader of this fine group. Are you a businessman? Are these people? Is this your daughter? And he points to Siren.
Oh no! This is I wouldn't call myself a leader. I'd like to think of us all as equals here. This Lagwin, my business partner, Rakiri, my spiritual advisor, and of course Siren, my lovely wife.
Oh,
darling.
And your name is? And your name is? Shifter.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. You're talking
I don't say that.
Abdullah Al-Warif.
And what region are you visiting us from?
Oh, Kalamshan. You see, I
very far away.
Yes, specialize in desert caravan trading. And I've heard so much about the Anorok Desert, and Rakiri just said that that was the place that my destiny awaited. And
it's true. I mean, you heard him say just now, "Oh, I'm not a leader, but you are, and you will know that by the end of this retreat."
Nothing like a leader's retreat to really bring a business together.
The worst. But yeah, so
got some trust falls lined up for you.
So we did that on the way here. We did a lot of trust falls.
2 words.
Yeah, we trust falled all the way here, actually.
You've got to move fast and break things.
I want your stay to be pleasant. Feel free to look around. The baths are located here, and he kind of like shows you where they are, or points to them. And the room you're in is also hexagonal shaped, and it has doorways that go in various directions. And so he's pointing to various things. He's like, the spa's there, the heated rocks are over there. We have massages, but I don't think the methods are really, they don't really understand it hurts. I would advise against it. And he points out a couple of other spa related things. There's a pool, blah, blah, blah. And he's kind of, enjoy your meal. again, if you need anything, just holler for an imp or a mephit, and I'm sure they'll find me, and I can make your stay as wonderful as possible.
You are so
Thank
kind.
you.
And he bids adieu and walks away.
Well, that's much better.
Yes, this is much more of the experience that I was expecting.
If they had led with him, I would have totally would have completely shifted my opinion on this place.
Well, we weren't expected, and imps.
Yeah.
Lagwin, are you really not going to eat any of these heroes? I mean, they're fantastic.
No, I think I'm all. Nope.
It's working.
Yes. All right.
You guys finish your meal?
Yes.
It's very filling and wonderful. What would you like to do?
Hit the spa.
Yeah, we're just waiting until coffee time, right?
Yeah.
Like, is there anything we want to do before that?
Well, I mean, where's the rod pulling us at this point?
That, yeah.
I guess I'll check.
Straight down. Yeah.
Oh, underground. So perhaps we should pretend to partake in the spa activities while we search the place for hidden doors, or if one of us would like to search for hidden doors.
Sure.
Absolutely. Let's start with the baths.
All right. You walk over to down another hallway and stuff. This one actually goes up, and it takes you to yet another illusioned area. The sun is going down, and so the sky is this really beautiful, like purple red through the illusion terrain that is above you. There are a whole group of baths, all filled with sparkling, like crystal clear hot water. It looks really, really awesome. And there are these mesh, like, what do they call them? Yeah, just like bamboo mesh dividers between all of the baths so that you can talk to each other, but you can't necessarily see each other. And there are changing areas, also individual like little mesh changing areas for you to go around. And there are, instead of like smoky weird ones, these are fire mephits. And there's like a herd of them kind of flying around, and they're directing you to, basically if you want to get into the baths, you need to go this way. Please change out of your clothing and go into the baths and stuff. And so they're encouraging you to use these baths.
Okay. I'm game.
Yeah, gonna get some cucumber slices. Just
Okay.
take a nice soak.
All right. You take off your equipment.
Yeah, I would do that.
All right. You take like rod fragments and stuff like that. Or are you just leaving them there?
No.
I'm not gonna partake of the bath, so I'll just hang out with the gear. I don't trust anything about this place at all, so I'm
Like, when you
fully.
have no fun.
But
We'll
also, thank you.
We'll see. We'll
Would
see.
we, when we're in the bath, we can't have like our stuff next to us.
The mephits are basically like they're encouraging you, and you talk to them. You're like, well, I want to have it like next to us, and they're just like, oh no, you don't need it, and they're really like, it'll be in this little cubby over here and things like that. So
yeah, I'm gonna give, if Lagwin's not going in, I'm gonna give Lagwin my bag containing the fragments
okay,
and my spell book
okay,
and my arcane focus. Yeah.
okay,
And then the rest of the stuff they can put in their cubby or what have you. Yeah.
okay. You give that to Lagwin. Lagwin is holding on to it. What of our other two people?
Yeah, I'll give Lagwin my my wand for safekeeping. But like my robe and stuff, I'm happy to just put in the cubby.
Okay.
Yeah, Siren will give him. Well, no, I think Siren's just gonna put all of her stuff. Is the cubby like mechanically? Is it within 30 feet?
Yeah, you'd have to get out of the bathtub and like
Yeah.
go around a couple screens and get it. Yeah. So
Around. Yeah. I'll put my stuff in
I don't know
there.
how screens work. So
No, that's fine. I'm just saying if there is a situation where she needs her stuff, she's not going to gingerly walk around them.
You probably wouldn't. I mean, it takes time to actually like put on armor, but you could grab your weapons really quick.
Yeah. She's fought before. This is fine.
And you guys get into the water, except for Lagwin, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's really beautiful, really nice, super, super awesome. You do look around and like, although the water's really nice and the bathtubs are really nice, the walls are a little grimy. Like maybe they cleaned just the bathtubs, but not like the whole area and stuff. But it has those really nice, like old tiles and stuff. So it just looks like a really cool old bathhouse. And then the methods say, and now the massage. And Lagwin, you see a woman come walking up from the other side of the room, and she walks over behind our good friend Shifter Abdullah, and you start getting a back rub.
Okay, I just hang out.
Pretend it's not happening.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll be. There was 2 trinkets donated, by the way.
Okay.
To me and Shifter. So I figured that out already. Shifter, I don't know how this comes up during a massage, but it's Shifter, you got a silver and glass inkwell that cannot spill. So, there's that. And I got a compass with an ice needle that points to the nearest water source.
That's actually helpful.
In the desert? Yeah, it's not the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just like sit there and I guess sort of, in like a meditative kind of stance and just kind of like sit there and just observe, but make it maybe look like I'm not paying attention.
Okay.
Just hang out.
The imp that you saw earlier does come up behind you, Lagwin, and he flies like he kind of like flies around you. Meanwhile, the 3 of you are really enjoying your bath, and it's very relaxing, very hot, nice and hot, and steamy. I feel that Siren would keep an eye on her stuff, and you do see about 4 mephits flying into that cubby and taking away your things.
Siren is going to immediately stand up in the water and just walk over as they move quickly over to them. Excuse me.
As you do that, you hear this Shifter as she gets up out of the water and says, "Excuse me." And there's like a shadow behind you, like from the lady that's giving you a massage, and her hair's kind of just going all crazy. And you tilt your head back to look at her, and she looks down at you, and she's got a head full of snakes. We're gonna roll initiative, and Shifter's gonna start with a saving throw.
Yeah, I am.
Well, thank old hesitant Lagwin making the right call yet again.
Absolutely.
The chosen one, burdened with glorious purpose.
What a burden. Okay, so let's see. For a saving throw,
Well, I need initiative first.
Okay, well, for initiative, I rolled 2d20. For initiative, I was 16.
Okay, Rakiri.
I got natural 20 for a 22.
Cool. Lagwin.
I also got a natural 20 for a 24.
Okay, Siren.
13 for me.
Cool. Yeah, let's make a Constitution saving throw, Mr. Shifter.
Okay. So where's my combos? That's going to be a 16.
16 is a
After
success.
bonus. Yeah.
So the Medusa's eyes glare at you, and yeah. So you look away, or something cool happens. Top of the round, Lagwin. What do you want to do when you see this? There are some flying mephits around. The imp that you saw earlier, and the creepy lady that's giving what's his face a massage is kind of.
Yeah, well,
and I should point out that Siren has jumped up out of the bath and is running to grab her stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
100% naked.
Oh, I'm not surprised. I I'm not surprised by any of the things that have happened. None of them surprise me. So what I will do, I guess, obviously, in my mind, Lagwin's mind, the Medusa's the real threat. I don't know if I know what a Medusa is to know to not look it in the eye. Like, I don't know if that's a known thing, like, in the
I don't think so.
scape of the world.
Like, I don't know if I don't see you dealing with Medusas on a
I wouldn't think
basis,
I wouldn't think so. It's just like a weird thing because of the world we live in, where like everybody's like, Medusa, don't look it in the eye, duh. So anyway, what I'll do is I will activate the Sunblade as bonus action, and then as an action, I'll cast haste on myself. And then I will run over to this thing, and I will try and stab it. That's what I will do.
Classic Lagwin.
Pretty much. All right, so here we go. Do I have to do anything? Because it's like looking down at Shifter. If I go to strike it, I don't know how. I don't remember Medusa rules for like.
No, you can just attack it. Yeah, it's not looking at you directly. So.
Okay. All right. Well, then here we go. That's a 19 on the die, so it's a 28.
Sorry for all that noise. I dropped a dice.
I assume a 28 hits?
Yes, it does.
That will be 14 points of radiant damage.
Oh, geez.
Nice.
And it's not undead, I assume, so that'll be that.
Yep, that's it.
Cool.
And that's your turn?
That is my turn.
Rikiri, there is a Lagwin within 30 feet of you. What do you want to do? But you're naked.
Well, I'm naked, and like the Medusa's closer to me, right?
Yeah, I would say probably like 10 or 15 feet in a bath over. So
yeah, I can reach her with my Eldritch Blast. So I'm gonna send a couple of those bolts her way. So the first one, oh, it's a nat 20 again for 29.
Wow.
I'll just roll damage for the second one, or roll to hit rather. And that one's a 1, so all across the board.
In balance, that's all things should be.
So she's gonna get 22 force damage from that one.
Ooh, wow. And I looked this up incorrectly. So it says when a creature starts its turn within 30 feet and you are looking at the Medusa, they can force a Constitution saving throw. Okay. So I will not do that with Lagwin because you attacked him or attacked the Medusa while its head was down. Okay. But after that attack, I think its head would come up and it would probably look at the thing attacking it, which would be.
I mean, that's what I would. Rikiri, I would do that.
Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah, I think that's fair because, like, I might not know that it's a Medusa yet, right? So I wouldn't know to avoid it.
Nope. Yeah.
Let's see. 18.
You succeed.
Sweet.
So I'll just read this. A creature can avert its eyes to avoid the saving throw at the start of their turn. If it does so, it can't see the Medusa until the start of its next turn, where it can avert its eyes again, basically. So if you look at it, it looks like you're going to have to make a save. And I'm going to say that if you are averting your eyes, you're probably going to have disadvantage on attacks, and spells that rely on sight can't happen unless you're actively looking at her. Or you have some clever way of seeing her that I'm not aware of. But yeah, and I don't see anything here that if you make the save, you're not like immune to it for 24 hours. So I think it's just something that can keep happening. So good turn, Rikiri. Anything else?
I'll try to. So did the little like workers actually take the things out of our lockers?
They did, and they're flying them down the hallway.
Rude. Well, I'm not gonna go chasing them yet. But I will like try to put some more distance between myself and the Medusa. So if that's like swimming to the other side of the bathtub or getting out of the bathtub, whatever.
It's probably getting out of the bathtub, yeah, and then like walking over. They're individual tubs for you.
Okay.
Okay, so you do that. Then it is our imp's turn. And he is going to turn invisible. Pops out of nothing. Shifter, you're up.
Shifter is just gonna look forward and just be like, "Ma'am, you were supposed to be loosening me up, and I believe this is quite the opposite." Then
Do you have your eyes closed? Because you already made that save.
I was gonna say they're above me, right? So
Yeah.
if I was looking like this, I just look forward and then I say that.
Okay.
And then I have just Lagwin's like he's like standing up next to me, right? Above the bath.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to reach over and grab my bag from him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to Misty Step 30 feet so that now I'm standing on the other side of the room or whatnot,
Okay.
as far as I can get me. And just grab that stuff. Or I might go after the imps that are running away with our items.
Okay.
Yeah, actually I'm gonna start going after the methods.
Okay. There are 6 of them.
Wow. 6 of them.
So 3 for your items and 3, or I should say 3 for Siren's items and 3 for Rakiri's items. And I don't think they have had a chance to get to your items yet, but you left most of your important stuff with Lagwin. So
yeah. If they haven't gotten to my items, I want to. No, actually, can I still cast a cantrip? Because I cast a leveled spell? Okay, yeah, that's how I thought that rule worked. I'm going to Ray of Frost one of the methods that's flying away with, like, Siren's, like, weapon.
Okay. Do it.
Okay.
Ray of Frost me.
That's an 18
yes.
After bonus, and the damage is going to be 9 points of cold damage.
Okay. And yeah, he like slows down and you see him drop a bunch of like daggers and stuff and like and so he's just like, what? And it's crazy. Anything else? Shifter.
No, that's it for me.
Siren.
Siren is going to continue her pursuit. Can I get to where the daggers are?
Yeah. So he drops some weapons, so you can definitely pick those up if you want. And then there are 3 methods that are kind of around you fighting over armor. They're like pulling it.
Our method. Do I know that these creatures are infernal or not?
So the imp is a method is not an imp, and an imp is not a method. They look differently.
Okay.
Even though they're both kind of like, one of them are definitely more like elementally.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So Siren is going to throw 2 daggers at the other 2. Right? No, just 1. I can't dagger. I'm so used to having more than 1 attack.
You could. It would just not get your bonus because it's two-handed. Because they're both light.
Oh no. I should stop rolling these dice. They're starting to chip. But they're so nice. Well, not that nice. A thrown dagger would be an 8.
An 8 misses.
Okay. How much movement do I have left?
So it probably, you were already there, things, and so I'd say you have like 20 feet left if you have 30 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll pick up the daggers that were dropped, and then try and get in front of the ones that have my other things.
Okay.
And look very intimidating and confident in the nude.
Okay.
And say to them, if you don't give those back, I will unleash the fires of hell upon you.
Okay. Excellent.
The
next
hells of the hells.
Of the hells. Next it is their turn. And these guys are going to drop all your stuff and they're going to try and attack you. So the first one will do I should bring this up so I can roll dice. And this is to Siren.
Yeah.
So the first one, he's going to do a claw attack.
Mm-hmm.
for a 14 to hit.
That hits.
All right, 5 slashing damage.
All right, he takes 13 damage as her eyes light up in this red flame, and the hellish rebuke washes over him.
Do I get a saving throw for that?
You get a dex save. Sorry. I've never used it before. I got so excited.
That's a natural 1.
Solid.
So
he
takes 13, you said?
Uh-huh.
Okay. He explodes into a bunch of dust. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Solid. I'm gonna, as I do this, just raise an eyebrow at the other one, like, see? It's 18.
18 is good. You succeed. The next one turns and goes and then blows out a big stream of like sand and dust and things like that. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm all wet. This is terrible. 22.
Oh, wow. You're fantastic. And the last one claws you for 19 to hit.
That hits.
So 5 slashing damage.
All right. Oh, sorry.
I got to stick with just clawing. Huh?
What was the first amount of damage?
5 as well.
Okay.
So 10 total.
Cool.
Lagwin is the only one around the Medusa.
Yep.
So the Medusa will make a snake hair attack.
Okay.
Which is fun. It can make a snake hair attack and a weapon attack. So snake hair is going to be a 23 to hit.
I will shield that away.
So
I don't even have Blade Song up. This is great.
And then she'll pull out a longbow. Oh no, I can't do that. Never mind. So we'll try a couple of short sword attacks. And both of those will miss. Up next, it is the Methods taking Rikiri stuff, and they're flying 30 feet down the hallway, arguing about who gets what. And then back to Lagwin.
All right.
Are you looking at the Medusa?
I mean, it's a weird scenario where I don't know not to. Like, I don't know if you look at it and like, do you?
Well, you know, you felt like magical something, but like, and its eyes are glowing. I would say, like, but.
Yeah, I am. So
Okay,
it's a con save. That is a 19.
All right, you're good.
All right. Then I will use a bonus action to activate Blade Song, as I do, and then I will attack this thing. My familiar is gonna be a bat in its face.
All right, so your familiar looks at it, so it needs to make.
Yes, it will.
Oh no!
Familiar got an 18 on the die.
All right.
Oh.
So that is a 17.
All right, your bat's good.
All right, so this first attack's going to be an advantage against this Medusa, which is good because that was garbage. All right, so that is a 26 to hit.
Yes.
So that will deal, it was a 1, so that's 9 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Then an 18 to hit.
Yep.
Oh, that's a d10. For 10 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And then a 15 to hit?
Yes.
Okay.
That is her AC.
For 12 points of radiant damage.
Wow. Okay.
And that'll be it.
All right. Rikiri.
So these guys are making off with my stuff, huh?
Yep.
And they're like 30 feet away.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cast. What am I gonna cast? Okay, my range on Guardian of Faith is 30 feet.
Okay.
Actually, what I'll do is I'll use some of my movement to like fly forward toward them and close that distance a little bit. So maybe get them like within 15 feet of me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll cast Guardian of Faith like in front of them, to give them time to avoid it. Like they can either stop at the Guardian or they can turn around and face me.
Okay.
Yeah. So I throw that out in front of them and I yell out, "I'll let you pass, but you need to give me that back."
Okay. And they're kind of like they halt. Well, we'll see what they do on their turn, but yeah.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's it for me.
All right.
Are we still here?
Yeah, sorry. I'm doing I'm sorry. Okay, so a 22 does not hit your armor class, correct, Lagwin?
It does not.
Okay, so the imp reappears. His stinger is trying to penetrate your armor, and you are just like, "What? No, get out of here!" And so there's an imp right next to you. It kind of freaks out that it didn't land the attack that it wanted, but it's gonna stay there.
Okay.
Shifter, what do you want to do?
Here's a question. Can I grab my hood and cloak and throw it on as a bonus action, or would you make me spend a whole action doing that?
Is it I mean, that's kind of like, thank you for asking. I guess that is up to me. I'm the DM. But is it a cloak that is like robes that you got to put arms through, or is it just like something over your shoulders is kind of the idea? How did you envision it?
It is more something you have to put your arms through. So
okay, so like I would say it would be an action if you were gonna actually try and put it on. But...
Okay, well then I won't worry about that right now. I'm just probably going to throw some magic missiles at the just 3 different methods, I think.
Okay. Do it.
Whichever one's taking some damage. Pew.
Pew pew.
Let's roll the 1 die to figure out what they're doing.
That's right.
I rolled max. I rolled a 4.
Nice.
Awesome.
5 damage to each method.
Okay, so 3 different methods get 5 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter too much to me which ones, because some of them have siren stuff and some of them have Rikiri stuff. So yeah, I'm just going after them.
It's true. All right. Siren, you got 2 methods in front of you.
I'm gonna bend down, pick up my crossbow, and turn and fire at the Medusa.
Okay.
Because why not? These guys aren't.
Are you looking at the Medusa then?
Yes. Am I within her aura though? I mean.
Yeah, or 30 feet. Yeah.
Okay. What am I making?
Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy. Hold on.
Oh boy, that's right.
Can I not roll that on there? Okay, cool. D&D Beyond. Come on. That was an 8.
An 8. Okay. You are restrained. You feel your whole body like tightening up. And so you cannot move from the spot that you are in. What is restrained? Your speed is 0. Attack rolls have advantage against you. And your attack rolls now have disadvantage. And you have disadvantage on dexterity saves.
Okay. So I'm going to shoot at a flat then, because I would have had advantage, right? Because my friend's within.
You don't get advantage because
just sneak
people are
attack.
within 5 feet. Just
right, sneak attack. So at disadvantage then.
So you're firing another crossbow?
I didn't fire to begin with, right? Because
I thought you fired a crossbow at the Medusa.
I did, but I didn't roll it.
Oh, you didn't roll it yet. Yes, Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah. All right, so at disadvantage, that would be 17 to hit.
17 hits?
Okay. That is 6 piercing damage because I can't use sneak attack because I'm rolling at disadvantage.
That's correct. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You
and
love
then
this.
I know. I will show. I have to just keep track of things. There's a lot of games going on. Okay. And then I'm gonna shoot at one of the duders in front of me, and at disadvantage. That's 11.
11 will miss.
Okay. I'm going to say I can't move. The thing did something to me. I can't move.
The methods will attack you with advantage because you were restrained.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a 22 for 5 damage.
Okay.
And the
I'll
other
help.
one,
I'd like him to make a dex save, please.
oh, a dex save?
Yes. Wait, no, hold on. I can't do that.
Only once.
Only once. Yeah, never mind.
Oh, yeah, your Hellish Rebuke.
See, I haven't used it before. I'm just excited.
And the other one will do... I haven't been seeing if they recharge this or not. It inhales and exhales again at you, so make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Ooh, 6.
Ooh, you are blinded as all of the dust gets in your eyes for 1 minute. But at the end of each of your
Yikes.
turn, you get to try and save.
Here's the thing, though. Can't see Medusa if you can't
That's
see.
true.
That's true.
So you're in exactly the same spot you were in the beginning, I guess.
Help me, please, darling.
I'll be right there, my love.
Okay. Medusa time. Snake hair. 13 misses. Short sword, 10 misses. 8 misses. Mephit. These Mephits are in your spells range, Rikiri. What happens when they're there? They just take damage automatically, or?
Yeah, so it's going to, so they've crossed into the area with the...
Well, you cast it in front of them, and I assumed that they were in the area, so.
No, because I'm trying to give them the option, like, I'm trying to let them save themselves, basically. So I cast it in front of them, so if they kept running, they would go into it, but if they want to stop and give me my stuff back, I'll let them pass through.
Okay,
without
yeah,
being harmed.
they definitely stop, like, and they like drop all of the things, and they're kind of like
Okay.
looking at each other, like they're definitely caught between a Rikiri and a spell, and they don't know what to do.
Yeah, so I think the Guardian will only attack things that are hostile to me. So if they drop my stuff, then I'll be like, and you may go.
Okay. Where do you want them to go? Because they're like, can they go further in and not get attacked? Is that what you're telling them?
Well, I assume they're trying to like run out of this area,
Yes.
right? Like, yeah. So if they want to run like away and keep running, then that's fine.
Okay, yeah, they run
Get out of
as
here.
fast as their little Mephit wings can take them. Top of the round, Lagwin.
All right. Medusa time. Time to make a saving throw.
Saving throw.
Constitution, which I'm
Wait, would
pretty...
he have got anything from me saying that?
It's up to him, I guess. But
I'm ignoring everyone's decisions
Solid,
at this
okay,
point. That is a 15 on the
15
save?
is a save. You're good.
All right. 3 attacks. That is an 18 to hit
Yep.
for 16 points of radiant damage. That is a 27 to hit.
Yep.
For 11 points of radiant damage. And a 23 to hit for another 12 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
That, you know what? That's enough. That's my turn.
Make
That's enough.
what's your bat doing?
Nothing, but I'll still make you make the saving throw. I didn't.
Okay, because
give
I
it
really
the-
want him to turn to stone and just fall to the ground.
Oh, yep, that'll be a 5.
Oh,
Mm.
fantastic. Yeah, he's instantly petrified.
Yep. Yeah.
And he falls to the ground.
Oh, shit. So that's that.
That's fun. All right, Rikiri, it's your turn. Your bats or your Mephits left.
They
and
sure
your
did.
stuff is right in front of you.
Yep. So I'm gonna run over and pick up my wand, the little like gauzy robe that I had. I don't think will really help me, but I have my wand again, so that's good.
Okay.
Do I have anything that I can cast on her that I don't need sight?
So technically, were you not allowed to cast spells until you had your wand, or what does this wand do?
No, so the wand I have is called Rod of the Pact Keeper. It gives me +2 to
okay.
spell attacks and saving throws. So
Gotcha.
no, I can still cast it that. It just gives me a little buff. But so I'm leaving my guardian like at the entrance of this room. So if anybody tries to come in, then they're gonna meet the guardian. But I still need to deal with the Medusa, I guess. I don't want to like go near her.
Reasonable.
Are her like, is she still like massaging Shifter, or like is he still like sitting
Shifter
in front of her?
teleported away. She's been in combat
Okay.
with Lagwin this whole time.
Okay,
She's got a short sword, and she's like.
I didn't know
attacking
who
her
was
with it.
still close to her. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to look at her. I don't think there's any way around it if I want to contribute.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 18.
You're good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast at her.
Okay, do it.
Yeah. So the first one probably not gonna do it. Maybe 17. Yeah.
Yeah, 17 will hit.
Ooh, and that one definitely hits. It's a 26.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the first one, nice, is gonna be 13, and the second one is gonna be 4. So 17 altogether.
17 damage. You destroy the Medusa.
Yay!
Lagwin's like, I get the final blow, and then no.
Yeah.
We do have to see if Siren becomes petrified. So a creature that fails the save begins to turn to stone and is restrained. The restrained creature must repeat the saving throw at the end of its next turn, becoming petrified on a failure or ending the effect on a success. So make another Constitution saving throw, Siren.
Okay.
You do have 1 charge if you need it.
I also do know remove curse. So if you do get turned to stone, I think we can get you out.
Is that I thought only greater
It might be greater restoration only.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Then never mind. I can't.
I
help.
rolled an 8 again.
Ooh.
But I will re-roll it
Okay.
because
Charge.
I mean I don't want to be stoned.
Yeah.
But I
that's
might. It was fun playing Siren. How's a 2?
fair. Ooh.
What epic pose do you freeze in? Naked.
Well,
Naked.
by the way,
yeah.
so-
Oh yeah. Oh. She was firing her crossbow at these guys, so it's probably just like a side stance with her.
It actually probably looks really cool.
Yeah, it's like it's totally boss. Yeah, the other
But her
methods.
eyes are closed like this because she's blind.
That's right. The other methods take off. You do have that imp that's still flying around, but I think
if they take off, they have to go through the guardian.
Oh, well, they have like 12 hit points, so they probably get
Oh,
like lasered
well,
and fall out of the sky.
Can I like call out to them as they're trying to pass through it?
Yeah.
You stop.
You're like, ah! And one of them, we'll say one of them flies out there and doesn't listen to you, but the other one does stop. So
Okay. And he gets like incinerated.
Okay, yeah. He just dies. The other guy's like, stop.
Okay, so now you understand. You are going to find someone who can fix this and bring them here right now. Yes.
So can I go back? I mean, the thing, will it kill me?
Not as long as you help me.
I'll be right back. And he like flies off.
It knows if you're being truthful.
Oh. I'll help. And he like flies down another corridor. So he takes off. And the imp is still there. We'll cover that, I think, when we come back next week. So this is a good, fun place to end. Thank you guys so much for joining us on a rod of 7 parts. We're having a lot of fun with this campaign. And now that's the first Medusa fight I ever ran. I really like it. That was fun.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, you can check all of these episodes on YouTube. They are also on my Patreon as an audio podcast if you prefer that method of ingesting content. My name is Jordan with the silent PH in the middle. I am your dungeon master. I run D&D lore videos on YouTube, and I have a lot of fun with it, so you should check out my channel. Follow me on Twitter. If you're interested in this game, I prep this game on Twitch on Sunday mornings. So check my Twitch, twitch.tv/Jordan with a PH in the middle, and you can watch me prep for the next week's session, which is always a fun thing. And we get a lot of input from the community, which has been fun to tweak fights and what have you. So we're not doing everything by the book of the second edition adventure, but our players are the real stars of tonight, the wonderful people. We'll start with Lex. Who are you? What are you doing? And where can people find you?
Oh, golly. I'm Lex. You can find me on Twitter at Dank Dungeons. I do all sorts of cool stuff. I write stuff for the DMs Guild. I have a actual play fantasy comedy show on YouTube that you can watch. And most recently, I got to DM a Dungeon Crawl Classics game on Goodman Games' official Twitch channel, the people who make Dungeon Crawl Classics. I'm gonna link the video of that because I want people to watch it.
It's really good. It's super fun.
Yeah, I was really happy with how it came out. So check that out.
I was happy to watch it live, and then I could also help you when things were like, Jordan, look this up for us. And I'm like, I'm on it. And it was fun.
Was a couple points where I was like, I don't remember how this works. I sent you a private message. So yeah, I was really jazzed to do that. So definitely check that out if you want to check out my work.
Great. Brenna, you're doing really cool stuff. What's up?
Hello, I'm Brenna. You can find me on Twitter at Brenna Noonan. I'm on there all the time, so go follow me. We can talk. One cool thing that I'm doing, I have a Kickstarter that is ending in the next like 20-ish hours. It's ending maybe like less than 24 hours. It's ending. Definitely go check it out. It's on Kickstarter. It is Roll. It's a new virtual tabletop RPG platform. You can play all your favorite RPGs on it. You can support creators by playing their RPGs. You can find groups and friends to play with. It's going to be really cool. So please check it out. It's fully funded. We're getting stretch goals. Check it.
Yeah, it's super cool. I'm looking at it now, and I probably should back this because I like play games with you, and it's also seems like a really cool service. So I'm excited about it. Siren, you LB Hack 'em Up. How you feel? This is like the second time I think you're well. How many times have you been petrified? I was gonna say stoned, but that was the wrong word to use.
I was gonna make a joke about going to relax and just getting stoned. Also, I backed Roll day one, so
oh, thank you.
But yes, I don't know if I've been petrified before.
I thought we played a game, and your dwarf lady became not dwarf.
First
barbarian.
of all, she's a halfling. Rude, and she didn't get like petrified in. I think she just got. Anyways.
Does anybody have greater restoration? That's the.
We can't even cast it. Yeah. We gotta be higher, one level higher.
Yeah, because it's a fifth level.
It's a fifth level spell.
Thanks for that. I'm LB Hack 'em Up. You can find me at LB Hack 'em Up on Twitter. I play something every day except for Saturday. Tomorrow I'll be back on my channel doing horror games because, boy, do I just make the best faces when I'm frightened. You can find me on Encounter Roleplay on Friday, on G Game Nights on Sundays, and Indoor Adventures on Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday. I will probably be streaming. I keep saying I'm going to stream on Tuesdays, and then I never do. But maybe I will this week, so tune in.
Well, there you go.
That's awesome. And then last but not least, Ted, Nerd Immersion. He's hosting our game. It's really awesome. What's going on?
All right. Well, I'm Ted. This is my channel, as we discussed. I also run a YouTube channel. We're closing in on 40,000 subscribers. Still holding out for 50,000 by my birthday in July. It's a little crazy, but we'll see. Maybe I can do it. You know, I mean, you're
growing at a really great rate.
We ended the year at just breaking 10,000, and we're about to hit 40. So
that's awesome.
I mean, it also doesn't hurt that I'm literally in everybody's feed every second of every hour of every day because I'm putting out like 5 videos a day because I'm a madman.
Jeez.
Speaking of 5 videos a day, tomorrow is D&D Live 2020, and the first thing out the gate is going to be product launch and reveal, which I'm pretty sure we all know what it's going to be because the internet. But there should be a bunch of other stuff launched and revealed. So we think it's going to be the Icewind Dale module that's coming out in September alongside a set of dice, probably like the Laurel Silverhand set based on the product dimensions and the weights that I compared all the existing products I have with
my
the product
God.
dimensions and weights on D&D Beyond. So I'm thinking a level 1 to 13 adventure right around the same size as Descended to Avernus. But I'll be covering that in full. I'm actually taking tomorrow off of work just so I can sit at my computer and attempt to do this while my children run around and drive me crazy. But we'll see. But more importantly, there were trinkets donated. I don't want to lose track of that because they came in right towards the end there. So Rikiri, or Brenna, you have 2.
Ooh.
You have a chocolate monkey that quietly asks to be eaten.
I thought I already had that.
Do you have that one? All right, then.
I think I do.
You might, and then maybe we'll find a different one.
We don't speak of it. It's too scary.
Yes.
And you have a cap that allows you to cast sleep on yourself once a day.
Wow.
So a literal nightcap. Siren, well, your turn to stone, but you do have some things.
Thank you.
You have... What do you have? I was just going to say, this is so funny because your current character's currently naked, but a pair of pants with 20 magical pockets. An item placed into the pocket will take up the expected amount of space in the pocket, but from the outside appear as though it is empty.
Ooh, okay. That's amazing.
And so we'll just call that the pants of many pockets. And 1d4 jars of weapon black, a jelly-like oil to darken your blade's gleam while you hide in the shadow.
All right, thank you.
Shifter. You got an outfit of clothing that never gets dirty and magically mends any rips or tears.
Yes, it's what I always wanted.
And I got a dragonfly carved out of jade that, when active, flies around killing mosquitoes and flies. Got a lot of really good comfort items that take care of bugs. Apparently, I'm a big fan of that. Apparently. But anyway, that's that. Thank you to everybody who came out here. You have until tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. to go to the Gleam giveaway to enter. I'm giving away 3 other copies of Theros on D&D Beyond. So you can still enter there if you so choose. And we will be back next week to see what we deal with a naked statue siren. Can we put her in the bag of holding? That's the real question.
Man.
Save her for later.
Could if I was malleable. I have done this.
Well, I mean,
I'll explain the physics.
we could just break
Alright,
we could just
who
break you
knows?
up and put you in there and then fix you
Who
before
knows
we.
shape stone?
Yeah, right. We'll figure something out.
No.
As long as you're mended before we put you back together, in theory, you should be fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you all so much for watching.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you next time.
Bye, everybody. See you next
Bye.
week.
Bye.
Bye bye.